my shit right now. It's already 12:30, damn near. Yeah, kid, that feeling. Let's get it. Yes. Yes, 2 times. I know the vibes. She like,
ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee.
on Friday, best day, blessed day. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop about the bed like where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here. One more again. So if it's your first time, then the question is, where you been? Because over here on this side, we like to deal with sports, hip-hop, entertainment, interviews sometimes, when the people don't be acting flaky. Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. So before you jump off the page and diddy to the left, take that, I'm gonna need you to hit that like button. I'm gonna need you to smash that notification bell so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos, and if it's not your first time and you've been rocking with the channel, good looking. But you know how I do. You know how I plainly start show. Tony, there was no other way. We ain't in the game now. And we is in the end game, people. We ain't in the end game because it's Friday. Blessed day, best day, as I like to plainly say. And it's also the Eid day. Around the world, a lot of the brothers and sisters celebrate Eid al-Adha, the sacrifice of Ibrahim. Allegedly was going to sacrifice his son, end up sacrificing the lamb. And the Hajj coming to, in the 10 days, dual fitra, which, dual hijra rather, which the month we in. And it's the last month of the Islamic calendar. So salute to all the brothers and sisters around the world celebrating Eid al-Adha, enjoying in the festivities. And shout outs to everybody that's graduating. Got some family members, 3 little cousins graduating, going to college. Yeah, kid, that feeling of accomplishing something, reversing curses and seeking higher education and things of that nature. But before we jump into a few topics, first I don't know why my chair keep going down like that. I'm not sure why, but shit's old. I need a new chair, guys. Somebody get me on the bat line. Shout outs to Love BM Me 4, something like that. I know I'll be fucking the names up. Jump around a little bit in the sense of it's Friday, so the energy is always up, feeling good, feeling blessed, as you should. As I told you, it's the end, so we did that, celebrated. We got some graduations going on, had some cousins graduate today. When we think of Malcolm X, right? In the sense of, obviously his birthday just passed, they just did a little demonstration on 125th outside of Chick-fil-A. I think I got the video for that. Let's play that real quick. The Malcolm X video, right? And it's not mandatory up in Harlem. I'm in Harlem. It's not mandatory, but tradition is that you close down for from 1 o'clock to like 4 o'clock. You shut shit down, shut it down, shut it down, shut it down. And Chick-fil-A didn't do that. And the people was mad. And we want to know, are they mad for the right things? Are they mad just because they want to prove a point? I think I got it right here, if I'm not mistaken. Where's that Chick-fil-A shit at? I thought I saved it. I don't, but anyway, right? The brothers and sisters, they going hard for Malcolm. Harlem 125th, you know they got the mosque, you know what I mean, or the temple rather, I should say the temple, where he used to preach out at, and obviously he was right here in the heart of the city. You know what I mean, like Jay-Z, heart of the city, right here on these corners, on these blocks, talking to the people in a language that they can understand. And his birthday just passed, but I thought about it in the sense of as the Islamic calendar comes to an end. Obviously, we only in the 6th month now. I mean, if you're going by the Georgian calendar, and this is June right now, you know what I mean? So you celebrated the New Year 2025, and Happy New Year, like whoa, 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 you know what I'm saying? Why does this always do this, bro? Damn it. It wasn't even plugged in. Why is this shit getting hot? I don't know. It's getting hot in here. All right, so we just live on YouTube now, having some technical difficulties with the Instagram on the other phone. In any event, right? Malcolm, rest in peace, and may the Most High have mercy on him and reward him for all the good things that he did. You know what I mean? When he became Brother X and he Tony. There was no other way, and he reversed it from Detroit Red. Y'all seen the Spike Lee movie? If you didn't, then go check it out. Even Ryan Coogler, you know, the director and the producer of the Black Panther, he like, yo, the Malcolm X movie is one of the most iconic, if not the most important movie in America's cinema. That's big ballsy, you know what I mean? And although I'm right behind, like, yeah, power to the people, and you know what I mean, I'm black and I'm proud. Spike Lee, Do the Right Thing, you know what I mean? Jungle Fever and all that, like, you know what I mean? Iconic movie director and filmmaker, you know what I'm saying? But that's what Ryan Coogler said. But when he went to the Hajj, right? And we know he was on the nation type of vibe. We know he was on the nation type vibe. And then once he went to Hajj, which just concluded, you know, that's why we celebrating the Ida Ada, right? He changed his whole perspective. And he's seen, you know, according to the movie and obviously the autobiography of, you know, Malcolm X through Alice Haley. We read the book, etc. Right? And you see that he like the person and the people he was calling the blue-eyed devil and woo woo and now eating out the same bowls, and they all praying, and you know everything seems at peace. Then he came back, and we know the history, etc. Get your hand out of my pocket, you know what I mean? Gunned him down. Was it the CIA? Was it the black brothers? Was it the Muslims? Like, you know what I mean? And obviously we see the brothers that end up getting caught for it, doing all the time, ultimately get exonerated from, you know what I mean, the crime, even though they endured, and some of their story is out and is well documented of the stuff they had to go through in prison. Obviously killing you know, for allegedly baby kind of sword, I should say. Killing one of our beloved, you know, brother taught us how to be men and stand up, etc. But in this sense, as far as the Chick-fil-A and the business still being open, one, I'm not a big fast food eater, so you could take my take with a grain of salt, right? I'm not knocking them that they did it. Anytime you can show solidarity, you can show that you on accords, you know, on accord rather, not accords, you on accord, and you can show that you rocking with the people that rock with you. Oh, but you're black, right? Like the movie. Oh, but you want to go to South Africa. Anytime you can show that, then I'm all for it. But I think the energy and the time and the energy that we putting into it needs to be for the right stuff. You know what I mean? Not to say that it was a waste of time, but it's a lot of other things that I feel that we can be doing, that we should be doing, to push the culture forward, to push the message along, to pay it forward. And any of these type of words, as we think of Malcolm on his birthday and the boycott they was doing at Chick-fil-A, as we think about the Ed and millions of people celebrating. And real quick too, before we get off this topic, and we just jumping around, opening for Friday night, right? Friday night show. I know it's a little late. We start at 10, but a lot of stuff going on, and I work late Friday nights now. But in addition to people being let out of school, the brothers they fought so that we didn't have to move the car, and we get you don't got to move your car on today, and school being closed, and say that it would have fell on yesterday, which was Thursday, and school would be closed today because so many kids is Muslim. There's so many Muslims in the New York State area, New York City, etc. And even the people that's not Muslim, for the kids, it's like, oh, Abdullah and them, or Rashida or Aisha and them, they're not coming to school tomorrow, mommy. They celebrating, even if the kids don't have the right wording. It's like, well, do I still got to go to school? And if you have, let's say, 20 students to one class, which is a lot. 20 students is a lot. And when you work with kids and you're around kids a lot, it can be overwhelming when you just look up and it's, oh shit, there's only one teacher or one helper, but you got 25 kids. That's a lot. Niggas ain't listening, and that's a whole nother story. But the point that I'm making, Rome wasn't built in a day, and the alternate side parking suspensions, the recognizing of, the celebrations, the festivities, etc. It didn't happen overnight, but men lie, women lie, and numbers don't. And the numbers show that it is a lot of Muslim students. It's a lot of, Muslims abroad, right? And so whether you recognize it or not, they still going to follow suit and do what they do and not show up to school. Some not show up to work. So it's like, you know what? It ain't no use of stopping the rush, and we going against the grain, so to speak. So we might as well just roll with it. But make no mistake, in the back office, or on the bat line, as I like to say, hit the bat line, a lot of phone calls is made, a lot of, power to the people, a lot of paperwork is done, and a lot of people speaking up. And you got to say, what they don't say in the movie before they chopped his head off, right? And the end game, not Infinity War. And he like, the work will always be done, or whatever, whether I'm here or not. Like, the inevitable was the inevitable. And I just say that to say, like, keep pushing up, whatever it is that you're doing, especially if you're trying to make social justice change. You're trying to totally reverse it. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to this shit though. Let's get to Indiana and motherfucking OKC real quick. Yeah, kid, that feeling. And they came in there and they shocked the world. When you put the beat on, you will be shocked and amazed. And everybody had OKC. Everybody like, and as far as I ripped my board up, it ain't really ripped up, but my playoff bracket, did it and done. I had the Lakers in Boston. You can rip that up. My shit been done. You know what I mean? But I didn't have Indiana and I didn't have OKC. I'm not gonna lie. I did have Indiana yesterday with that 10 points. Yeah, kid, that feeling. Could have been trying to been greedy and took them niggas money line, but I didn't think they was gonna win money line like that. I got a little shaky, a little nervous, a little shaky. I got a little nervous, so I just took them with the 10 points. Let me put something light. It wasn't even no big money. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to double up on game 2, no matter which side that I roll. But last year, me and Great Fire, shouts to my nigga Grizzle, we did Kyrie and Luka. And we're going to talk about the finals real quick, but I definitely got to let y'all rock out to this. So last year we did Kyrie and Luka, Fire song. It's on Tidal, it's on Apple, it's on Spotify, it's on all the musical platforms. Even though they don't be paying niggas shit, even though you're getting a lot of spins, right? And this year we did SGA and Halliburton, Super Fire. And I'm gonna let y'all hear this shit right now. Then we get into, is Indiana going to win the series? Is Halliburton a superstar? And we covered this real briefly like the last 2 weeks or so, as they was closing out the Knicks, and we already knew that Halliburton and SGA and them was knocking off Ant-Man, and Ant-Man not really being sad at the press conference on some, ain't nobody gonna work as hard as me this year, and woo, and But last year we did Kyrie and Luka, and this year we did this shit right here.
You know what it is, and you know what it sounds like. The parlay chasers, the OKC Pacers, the Halliburton makers, the double-digit shakers. I'm flying up the lane like the plane on a racer. The Scorpion get over here, and now they gotta face us. It's MVP the Gilchrist, the step back and the steel switch. The backcourt is the ill mix, the Jalen's, the Naismiths. Ask I'll get your home check. To win it, it's a big flex. Been giving out games so long, I need a big check. Years in the making, been flying, popping, faking. Hit the bat line, swoop down, and I ain't waiting.
Shit crack.
Get him like Jason.
Nah, I ain't even ready for that. Y'all gonna have to go listen to that on your own. I ain't even letting that rock right now. Shout outs to Smooth the Hustler and Trigger the Gambler. Brooklyn Stand Up. Obviously that's the iconic beat. Me and Gray went back to back on that. I think that shit came out in like 94, 95 maybe. I was on the island, I know when it came out, and that shit was like, you know what I mean? The body, you know what I mean? Them niggas went in with the C-74 ox carrier, the gun barrier, sneak over, fuck your babysitter. A lot of people then, they don't do their homework when it comes to hip hop, and the people that paved the way, etc. Recently, I think I seen it, and it's just side note. We just vibing right now. Seeing the Styles P. I think it was on either Styles P birthday, maybe it was Jadakiss birthday, but they was giving homage to Big Daddy Kane, right? And he just was like, yo, the time he put in, the effort, the energy, the product that he pushed forward or he put out was top tier, and it forced niggas to step their game up. You know what I mean? And not just come with some hickory dickory dock, like it was 12 o'clock. And even though that's an Ice Cube reference, Cinderella Ain't Home must be giving up the couch on that children's stories on that America's Most Wanted album, which is a classic, by the way. Ice Cube, America's Most Wanted album is definitely a classic. But a lot of people didn't know who Smooth the Hustler, Trigger the Gambler was, Broken Language, etc. You know what I mean? Me and Gray caught a vibe, came out like, yo, let's do this shit. Dropped it last night in the studio, having mad fun. Shout outs to my nigga Cruz. Shout outs to my nigga Great Fire. And we killed this shit.
Fantastic. I'm giving out the work to the fiends in the attic. You ain't coming to play, you go and get your ass kicked. If it goes 7 games, it might be a classic. SGA, Halliburton, Bird, Magic.
The parlay chasers, the OKC the Pacers, the Halliburton makers, Bronny on the Lakers, PSP the Sega, 2 controller have to be a player, then it's not ramen, Obi toppings, Dunkin' D Light, everybody popping, Pal Siaka, Thunder.
You gotta go check that out. It's on my Instagram page and it's on my YouTube page. SGA and Halliburton. Now let's get to on the court. You know what I mean? A lot of that's off the court. A lot of the media was pushing OKC, and I think OKC is the better team. I think they will end up going home with your wrist bling bling, my shit bling blah. I think they will ultimately win 4-2. That's what I think. On the court though, Indiana Pacers, not 1, not 2, not 3. Like they did this shit like 4 or 5 times already, as far as winning both road games in every series that they played. Went up to the Bucks. Knock, knock. Like, who's there? Yeah, Halliburton and them boys taking both games. Yeah. Roll up to the motherfucking Cavaliers. Knock, knock. Roll up. It's Halliburton's. It's the Pacers. Siakam and them boys. Pack out. Win both games. Roll up to the New York Knicks. Like, I'm from New York. Roll up to the New York Knicks. Knock on the door, pop, pop, beat you 2 straight there. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've been balling. I'm not sure why my chin keep falling. They've been balling in the playoffs. Been one of the best teams in the NBA since January, if we really go and look at the statistics and point. Obviously, we know they a scoring machine. That's why in my verse, I'm like, see me flying up the lane like a plane who want to race us. Like, you let them get in the lane or you let them get in the rhythm, you're going to be hard-pressed, even the best defensive team like OKC. And we seen that even though they was turning the ball over and they scored, I think, I don't want to throw out no random numbers, but I think they turned them over like 20 times in the game. And maybe off those 20 times, they scored probably like 12 or 13. So they got some points off it. But at the end, like the Knicks, like Cleveland, you up big. Like, we going to do it real big on some Kanye. We going to win big. We going to win big. Rest in peace, B.I.G. Baby, baby, right? Biggie Smalls, right? We going to win big. You up, you think you got the game, you think the game is in hand, and then, oh, you know what I mean? Niggas hit you on that bat line like, how much money is, you know what I mean? Like, how much money is on OKC? Hold on. One for you, one for me. And my fan is blowing because it's hot. 2 for you, 1, 2 for me. 3 for you, 1, 2, 3 for me. Like, don't try to play me like I got a flower pot head, nigga. We will have full altercation and it'll be a problem. And that's what happened. They got a little laxu. They got a little shaky, a little nervous. And I think if OKC would have won the first game anyway, which I was kind of like, that's why I bet with the Pacers with the 10. But I did think the Pacers maybe had a chance to win money line. And if you watch the video that I did, we spoke about Allen Iverson going against the Lakers and they won the first game when he stepped over Ty Lue, you know what I mean? Like, stepped over that nigga. I think he dropped 40, 43, bust Kobe in the ass. And then after that, what Shaq and them do? Beat him 4 straight. 4 straight. You're not really ready. You're not really about that life. Like, you ain't about that life. You're gonna bust your ass. You know what I mean? You don't got enough players, you don't got enough role players, your coach ain't that good, your bench ain't that good, there's nobody that can stop me or Kobe. And then ultimately Kobe did say, if I'm not mistaken, Kobe said, this is 24 years ago. 2021, I think they met 2021, Lakers in Philadelphia 76ers. Kobe said, put me on Iverson. D up, nigga. You're going to have to do all that shit on me. And they ultimately won their first chip. Yeah, first. Then they beat Indiana. And then they beat, or did they beat the Jersey Nets? Then it was Philly. Then it was Indiana Pacers. That's the 3 that they beat. But is Halliburton the best clutch player in NBA right now? You gotta say what he did to Giannis with the 3 fading away and the foul. You gotta say what he did to Cleveland. You gotta say what he did to the New York Knicks. You're looking at him with the side eye like, is this nigga really the clutch player in the NBA or is he not? I won't say he's the most clutch player as far as points wise. Gray, what up? Because when you put Jalen Brunson's numbers up there in the 4th quarter, at least points-wise, Jalen has been the top-tier scorer in the 4th quarter when it's money time. I'm sure SGA is up there. Obviously, he got the MVP. And again, I still think OKC will win the finals. Will I be shocked and amazed if you put the beat on and Indiana wins 7? Game 7. Which would mean they would have to win 2 games in OKC. Or if they win in 6, like, what? You know what I mean? Like, all of the Halliburton and all of the bat line calls from Adam Silver and all that. I won't be surprised. They got Siakam. They got Rick Carlissimo from Carlisle, whatever his name is. He went with the Dallas Mavericks. And he's been to the finals 4 or 5 times. So he has the experience, whereas only person on OKC, if I'm not mistaken, with championship experience is Alex Caruso. And that was when he was with the Lakers, with Kyle Kuzma. Was Ball there, I think? No, I think they got rid of Ball before them. They kept Kuzma, they got rid of Ball. So Carlissimo, Rajon Rondo, Superman Part 2, Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, and those boys, right? And obviously LeBron and AD. That's who got the ring in the bubble, and Caruso was there. So they got some DNA, you know what I mean? They got some championship DNA in their veins. But the coach for Indiana is a champion as a coach. Pascal Siakam is a champion with Kawhi Leonard and Kyle Lowry, because DeRozan got shipped off. So they got some championship DNA in their veins as well. Should be a dope series. I think me and Gray did a dope song. You know what I mean? SGA Halliburton. You could go on YouTube right now on my page and check it out. But let's get to some other shit. Speaking of hip hop, let's keep it in hip hop, right? Let's keep it on this shit. I thought this was real interesting in the sense of Dame Dash, right? And others like him. There's no knock on him. I want to point something out. They put the spotlight on some, you know what I mean? Jennifer Hudson, you don't like living in the spotlight. They put the binoculars in the spotlight on the alleged culture vultures. You know what I'm saying? The Leon Coins and people, the people that run this shit. People that run, hip hop and the music business. Not us. Oh, but you're black. He point out certain shits that they do to undermine the culture. So I only say that to say, sometimes it's not just the others. It's but you're black. It's not them that's knocking us off. It's us that's knocking us off. That's a Tupac reference. And what do I mean by that? I mean this. Some may say, yo, this is next level. This is thinking outside the box. Yo, they on to something. Why you hating? Woo, woo, woo. But anyway, it's Timbaland. It's Swiss Beats, the monster, right? And they are launching the first musical artist under their label and what have you in AI. Yeah, heard me right, in AI. And this is what some of the shit that they saying. Let's go to the. See, I'm not showing you. We live on YouTube right now. Yeah, kid, that feeling. And it says Timbaland announces new AI entertainment company. Reveals Tata as first artist. So when I heard Tatas, I'm thinking like Tatas. You know what I mean? And this is how she look. We live on YouTube. We live on Instagram. Friday night action. We a little late. It was the end today, and I had shit to do. And this is just a quote from Timbaland. Tata is not an avatar. She is not a character. Tata is a living, learning, automated music artist built with AI. Tata is the start of something bigger. She is the first artist of the new generation, A-pop. It's the next cultural evolution, and Tata is the first icon. Right? Think of Will Smith. What's his son? Jalen Smith. Icon. I am an icon living. Icon legend or icon living, right? Icon living. Icon legend. Whatever it is, right? When you say, okay, cool. Then you got Swiss Beats, right? The monster. And they got the verses together. So if you're wondering, like, well, why they doing business together, well, how they end up linking up, they got the verses. You know what I mean? They sold it to who they sold it to? Skills or Skrilla or whoever they end up selling it to. I think they sold it to Skilla or whatever it is. But they sold their shit. Right? So this is like this is Swiss Beats quote now, I believe. The artists of tomorrow won't be just human. There'll be IP code and robotic that are fully automated. That's what we're building at stage 0. So I found it interesting, and I want to talk about it in this sense, right? Nas, who is in my book, as far as MCs, #1, greatest rapper of all time. Like, he's the greatest of all times. You know what I mean? Like, got Nas 1, and I got Hov #2. A lot of y'all may be a little down on Hov for whatever reason, but I got Hov #2, I got Nas #1. Argue with yourselves in the comments. But if you argue with me, I definitely can go back and forth with you on some real lyrical, spherical, opinionated base, where you know, what ground are you standing upon? and then we can have that debate. Definitely can have that debate. As long as you got some knowledge of something and you ain't just coming, with no surface shit. You gotta know at least 5 of the classic albums. You have to know at least 5 of what's considered by everybody. East Coast, West Coast, down south, no matter the coast. Universally, you'll have people that say, these are the top MCs, these are the classic albums. So if you ain't really coming with that perspective, at least initially, then we can't even really talk. Now, if you coming with like, oh, these are the top niggas, these is considered by everybody classical albums, or these was real musical bodies of work at a starting point that we can start at, then I really can't take you serious. So anyway, but with that being said, Nas, on that Blue Magic 3 album, Speechless, he said, AI is only here to replicate and control. Grab something of the essence and grab them a mold. And then what he was saying is like, you can take the voice and duplicate it, but you can never read my mind. Like, you could copy the flows, but you can never read my mind. You can never really know what it's like to live my experience, to have my thought process. You could take the voice, you could take some of my lyrics and combine them in a computer and then pull a couple of bars and make a whole verse, but you can never do what the original has done. I agree with that. Now back to the Timbaland and Swiss Beats, the monster, right? They saying they launching a company whose first artist is not going to be a human being. It's going to be an AI, living, learning, automated system. Meaning like, real quick too, when he was doing a lot of his lives, Timbaland, he was telling y'all to send music and he was listening to y'all music. Don't think that it's out of the scope of realm that whatever systems he had in play was in the background, on the back line, and he gathering information, gathering intelligence, doing shit to help push his artificial intelligence forward, right? And we heard the Tupac, we heard the Drake and the Snoop Tupac kind of like mix when he was going at Kendrick, and Kendrick like, you think you're going the West Coast gonna let you disrespect Pac, nigga? Oakland gonna be your last stop, nigga. And we see a lot of different videos come out and be like, yo, this AI. That's not Nicki Minaj, that's not Cardi B, or that's not the person. It's AI generated. And now you gotta be careful now. You gotta look with the side eye like, is this really the rap shit? Is this really the person, or is this AI generated and this is some bullshit? This is some made up shit. And like Jada said when they was battling with 50 Cent, he like, I did real songs with Big, no made up shit. Not no post-death songs. And what was the album that Puff put out after Big died? Was it the Notorious? I think it was the Notorious. It's his first album. Then it's Life After Death, and then it's the Notorious, if I'm not mistaken, right? And he like, I did real songs with Big, no made up shit, like taking jabs at 50, like, nigga, you did that 50 B.I.G. and 50 it's 50 Cent and B.I.G. nigga, and that song with the Big Papa and all that, and he used his voice and shit, and obviously Big was already passed by then. Baby. Do you think it's a good business move for him and Swiss Beats to get ahead of what's already coming? And they're like, listen, people, I know you're mad. I know you're trying to run from it. You're trying to dread it. But destiny arrives all the same. These people are going to come with this AI bullshit. They're going to put their systems in place. They're going to build the artists and make money off people that's not even real. The people going to buy into it, line, sink, and hooker. You know what I mean? Hooker. You know what I mean? A hooker, super fly, snooker. Or some Smooth the Gambler, you know what I mean? And trigger the some Smooth the Hustler and trigger the Gambler. super fly, super snooker. You know what I'm saying? And you got brought into line and sinker, and they got you now. They got your kids. They got y'all listening to some AI created machinery or some AI shit. And say the songs is knocking. Say they biting off some shit that's knocking. They copying the style. They trying to get the sauce. You know what I mean? Ooh, get them off me like players get them off. Ooh, are you trying to copy the sauce? You know what I mean? Say it's a hit. Out the gate. So they like, yo, we already see that this is coming. There's nothing we can do about it. Like the 2020 movie, there's nothing you can do about it. The oceans are gonna rise, the stars are gonna crumble, the mountains are gonna flatten. Tony, do you ever think about when you out of here? Your record deal, your video, out of here. Mercedes-Benz and your Range Rover, all that shit is out of here. KRS-One. And when the Most High snap his fingers and say, it's time for all y'all to come back, all out of y'all. We're going to send this earthquake. We're going to send this, we're going to send a tsunami. We're going to send this motherfucking desert storm and rain all this shit off the dashboard. And a lot of y'all going to come back with me. Do you ever think about when you out of here? I'm only pointing that out to say, like, when it's all said and done, obviously it's not really going to matter. But as it stands right now, they're trying to get a startup company off the ground. They are hip-hop icons. Timbaland is a dope producer, if you ask me. Is he up there with the Dre's, Dr. Dre's, that is? Put some respect on my name. Dr. Dre's, the Kanye's, the P Rocks, the CL Smooth, the Just Blaze, etc. It's a lot of dope producers, the Havocs of the world, people that, put out dope music, produce for other people. You know what I mean? The Irv Gotti's, etc., the Swiss Beats, etc. They nice. They are the creme de la creme of what they do. They say, listen, this shit gonna happen with or without us. These niggas is gonna usher in a new type of entertainment for the people to buy into. So we might as well be one of the first ones, the first premieres of this shit, so we could get paid, so we could get on it while the getting is good. We want to strike while the iron's hot. Why wait till the shit pop off? Like, this is what I do know about business. With no GD and going up north, not knowing how to read like that and all that. I be playing when I say that, like, yo, I got my GD. I know how to count 1, 2, 3 right after I finish ABE, which is adult basic education. I'm being funny, but I'm not. When these people, when I say these people, the culture vultures, when they implement these systems and they do shit to eat off us, right? Because there's always, we always get the low end of the stick and woo-woo. And then you got some black brothers that's in the business, the music business, because a lot of y'all don't really even take it as a business. You coming with some bars and, you think you should be a star because you got some bars. And you think niggas should be playing and hanging on to everything that you say. And it's like, it's still a business. You still got to know how to market. You still got to know how to, advertise. You still got to know how to work a budget. You still got to know how to do a few things. It's not just let me come with my bars and I'm nice and now I'm the best rapper alive. It doesn't work that way. So these brothers come from, inside. And they say, yo, shit about to pop off. I think we should jump on. This is what I want to say as far as what I know about business. You don't want to be the first. You don't want to be the last. When a new trend or something is about to pop off. You want to be like right after it really kicks off, bam, then you win. You definitely don't want to be the last, and you definitely don't want to be the number one first, because sometimes shit got to get some straightening to it and adjust it a little bit. So with that being said, Timbaland and the Swiss Beats like, yo, this shit about to pop off. We gonna be the first to roll out the company so we could get paid first. Are you with it or are you not with it? Are you like, y'all could be invested in niggas from around the way? Like, it's a real quick, this is a side note quote from this lady. I seen the post and I agree with it. I agree with it. Real quick. She right here. She talking to older rappers. Y'all know we got the stigma If you older than 34, 5-ish, 36, you fucking 39, you 40, oh, you shouldn't be rapping. You should be hanging it up, throwing it away, doing nothing. But anyway, this is what she said, and I agree with her.
Still rapping. Keep rapping, my boy.
Keep rapping,
Keep going
my
to that
boy.
studio, because these motherfucking young bulls is trash. They're not authentic. They're not original.
They're not
Majority of them
authentic,
is
that
talentless.
feeling.
They don't have their own sound. They don't have their own identity. They all sound the same, do the same shit, dick eat off of each other. And honestly, majority of this music
She
today is
going in
just
on
trash.
niggas.
And you know why? Because see, back in the day, you didn't have to be known. You know what I'm saying? If you had the talent, the labels was going to make sure they made you known. You know what I mean? You didn't have to be known. Today, it's the opposite. If you got the talent, they don't give a fuck. They want to know if you popular. Do you have popularity? Do you have a large following, a fan base? And then if you got that, it don't matter if you trash. They want you. They want to sign you. So if you 35 and up, keep on going. Fuck all of that. Oh, I'm getting old shit. No. We need y'all. We need y'all to save music. We need the real lyricists back. We need the ones that, you know what I'm saying, when music had a message, you know what I'm saying, made an impact. Where you, when you listen to a song, you felt that shit. You know what I'm saying? It spoke to you, talked to you. We need that.
Get you in the chest.
So if you're 35 and up, keep rapping, Unc. Keep fucking going.
Keep rapping, Unc.
We need you out here. If you over
Keep
35,
fucking rapping, Unc. And I ain't gonna lie, like, what? First and foremost, I fuck around with the raps here and there. You know, obviously, I'm not a rapper in the sense of I can fuck with the Jadas and the Jim Joneses and the niggas that's nice. Even the low-level niggas, of somebody you could think, maybe I am better than them niggas, but honestly speaking, being full transparent, I don't see myself as that. So I don't view myself as that. But I only say that to say I fuck around sometimes, and like I just let y'all hear, this song that me and this nigga put out is super fire. I got motherfucking $10 for everybody that think that it's not. Yeah, what it is.
You know what it is, and you know what it sounds like. The parlay chasers, the OKC the Pacers, the Halliburton makers, the double-digit shakers. I'm flying up the lane like the plane on a racer. The Scorpion get over here, now they got it faces. It's MVP to kill Chris, the step back and the still switch. The backcourt is the ill mix, the Jalen's, the Naismiths. Ask out, get your home check. To win it, it's a big flex. Been giving out games so long, I need a big check. Years in the making, been flying, popping, faking. Hit the bat line, swoop down and
Fire. I'll be like, nah, that shit is mid. What the young niggas be saying, that shit is mid. I'll be like, nah, that shit is mid. Nah, that shit is fire. Who got flames? He's heating up. And I agree with her. Obviously, I come from the golden era of hip-hop. I call it the golden era of hip-hop. The Rakims, the KRS-Ones, the Big Daddy Kanes, the Juice Crews, the LLs, you know what I mean? The Black Moons, the Wu-Tangs, the Nas, the Big, you know, the Busta Rhymes, leaders of the new school, the Public Enemies, etc. The red, the black, the green with the key sissies. You know what I'm saying? Fred, Daddy, IU, Big L, Mace, King, all that shit, right? The early days of the Locks, DMX, etc. So, all the way up to the new niggas, you know what I mean? The Lil Waynes, the K-Dots, you know what I mean? The J. Coles, the fucking, you know, the Kodak Blacks, and, you know, the Little Baby, the Baby, like whoever you could think of, the Little Durks, etc. I listen to all that shit. And I say that to say, I never was one to look at an artist, an MC, a person who's perfecting their craft, if they over a certain age that they shouldn't rhyme. Now I say, like, if you just starting out and you just realizing like, oh, this is my passion, this is what I'm good at, I'm 40 now, I'm 41, 42, 43, it do look a little funny style, because it's like, bro, you know, are you stuck in your second childhood? What are you really out here doing now? If you're really talented, then that's different. Because, you know, talent is, it's no age limit on talent. That's just what I believe. We as a culture try to push that. Like, yo, nigga's 40. He just started rapping, so you may look with the side eye. And I may look with the side eye too. Again, that's if you just started. If you just coming out now, you just figuring it out, but maybe you just came home. Everybody's circumstances is different, you know, on that level. So if you just came home, or you know, you've been going through the ups and downs, but you niggas been telling you was nice for the longest, and now you trying to come out, etc. I'm not gonna shit on your dreams. I'm gonna say, like I would tell one of my small boys, one of my nephews, one of my cousins that I love, I would say have a backup plan. Go all out, go all out, balls to the wall, to the window, you know what I mean? Like, style on these niggas. But if the shit don't work, have a backup plan. That's the only thing I would say, is have a backup plan, so that if shit don't fall in the right direction for you, you won't be with your pants down and caught with your pants down and your ass out, as the saying goes. Like, you got caught with your ass out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you looking funny in the face trying to be a rapper, and it's just not working for you. But it is a lot of bullshit out there. As far as the new niggas, like y'all new niggas, y'all some new niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's a couple of songs that hit, but ultimately shit is L. Trashington. Sprinkle some dirt on them niggas. Just keeping it honest, right? And that brings us to this. That brings us to this. Two things. When we talking hip hop, when we talking culture vultures, when we talking but you're black. Maybe this gonna rock out now. Try to get back on Instagram Live. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, kid. That feeling. Niggas know what time it is. Yeah, kid. Yeah, kid. Niggas know what time it is. Yeah, kid. The phone was a little hot, so my shit cut off, but we back live on Instagram, and we definitely live on YouTube, as we always said. Not gonna be here too much longer. Started the show a little late. Friday night live, Friday night action, as we always do. Today we were celebrating Idul Adha, so we started a little late and all that. But anyway, back to the hip hop, right? And back to, put the whole ice chip in there. When we talking culture, when we talking rap perception and how older people are viewed because they want to rap, it brings us to this shit right here. Dollars and money, money and dollars, dollars make sense, etc. It brings us to LeVar Ball first. Hold on, let me see. I had LeVar Ball. Hold on. Hold on. Gotta be right here. Here you go, right here. LeVar Ball. Check it out.
Y'all. So LeVar Ball exposes how blacks are taught not to work together. Listen to what he got to say about it, and let me know if you agree with him or not.
Wesley Snipes, Denzel Washington, Magic Malone, how they self-made. Now the Waltons who own Walmart, that's a family.
All of them billionaires.
The Hunts who own ketchup and all that, Campbell Soup, family. Spielberg's family. Mark Cuban and family. Balls together, family. We be billionaires. Growing up, we taught as black folks to be that one Mike Tyson, one Michael Jordan. Everybody's supposed to be by themselves. We got number one rapper in the hood. We made it out.
We made it.
We taught to be
one
numero uno. Now, what I'm trying to instill in a lot of folks, let me show y'all what happens when a black family sticks together. Watch this empire we build. And it's going to bring the narrative. Now, a lot of black folks go, man,
I'm gonna do it too.
We got to stick together. And the only way you're going to get to be in the billions is you got to own something.
The biggest illusion in the black community is black success. Black folks want to be in competition with each other, while other races work together to have cultural wealth. Not just generational wealth, but cultural wealth. Competition is a cancerous mindset. In the body, when cells forget their purpose and want to be in competition with other cells, that's literally what we call cancer. So
the brother was cooking. I should have let him cook a little more, but I want to jump in add some of my spices, right? You heard LeVar Ball, right? Y'all remember when he came on and he like, you can switch gears on me any day, talking to Molly, right? Then ESPN banned him. He was coming with the baller brand, the big baller brand. Then his sons, as they came into the NBA, as he prophesied, so to speak. Then they went to Nike, went to Adidas, kind of left the baller brand behind. Dion, him, a few other selective individuals, right? They looked at with the side eye, but they're strong black men. They raised black boys to be successful, done the unthinkable, done the impossible on some Alicia Keys. You was thinking maybe if I pull this, like they're gonna do the impossible and they're gonna look at us crazy. So he's looked at as, you know what I'm saying? Like Nemesis, Neo, the one, red pill, the blue pill. I'm gonna unplug you out of this matrix shit, right? He like, yo, the Waltons, they own Walmart. The Heinz, they own ketchup and woo woo woo. The Fords, people that own Ford, you know, the cars, etc. Michelin, all these different things, right? It's just like in the movie The Planet of the Apes. Caesar, ape, stronger, together, telling them niggas like, yo, listen, I'm one of the first ones that took the pill, took the serum. I'm smart up here. I got it. I get it. I'm that guy. Listen to me. Gave y'all the serum. Let y'all start thinking outside the box. Because y'all was brain dead. Y'all niggas couldn't even think past go. Here's the remedy. Here's the medicine. Right? Giving out $5,000 plates on some campaign champagne shit. You know, like when they run for office, they get you to come have a plate with them, sit down, chop it up with them. You're going to pay that $5,000 a plate at Sylvia's, Harlem, or, you know, one of the other spots, right? I'm just being funny, but I'm not. I am painting the picture. He like, yo, I told y'all what it was. I'm showing y'all. Now y'all all ballsy. Y'all think y'all know better than me. We are going to be stronger together than we are apart because the humans going to run down on us. So what Ball is saying is like, yo, oh, but you're black. We need to work together, but nah, you're going to be Michael Jordan. You're going to be Lil Wayne. You're going to be Hov. You're going to be the anomaly to get over the hump and be the one, but you by yourself. And what Hov said, if your crew is rich, then your crew is rugged. Nobody will fall because we all will be each other's crutches. So we all millionaires. I make some bad deals, not get high, waste my money on thoughts and Instagram models. I invest my money wrongly. I go broke. Oh shit, I got 5 fucking homies. Niggas that I got it out the mud with. Niggas that know me. I know them. They can vouch for me. I can vouch for them. I need 250,000. I need 100,000. I need 50,000. I need 300,000. I'm back. I'm back just like that by borrowing from niggas that I know, people that rock with me. I'm back, so I'm not broke. Because if I ever go broke, my circle will help uplift me, and that's what Ball is saying. That's what LeVar Ball is saying. Like, yo, yeah, Oprah, you good by yourself, but when you going against the, you know, the Weinsteins or the Rothschilds or whatever these fucking names is, right? The Gucci's, the Louis, the Fendi's, the Pradas. When you going against them, you by yourself, you're going to get dusted off. You ain't going to be able to compete because you by yourself. But when you bring people with you, oh, like, you know what I mean? You niggas got guns too. What up, Sun Tzu? You want to battle for cash and see who Sun's who? Like, y'all niggas got 10 niggas, we got niggas too. You got guns, we got guns too. What up, Sun Tzu? You want to battle for cash and see who Sun's who? Like, listen, you got guns, we got guns too. And not only do we got guns, we got big fucking ammo. Yeah, we got ammo the size of Shaq. I'm being funny because this is all prop shit. This is motherfucking shot glasses, the Punisher. This is the Punisher shot glasses, people. Don't take it, don't get a nigga banned. And this is with Deadpool and Wolverine gun. We just fucking around. But you got guns, we got guns too. What up, Sun Tzu? You want to battle for cash and see who Sun Tzu? then it hit a little different. When it's like, oh nah, I got my hitters to the left of me. Oh, I got the hitters to the left and the right of me. What you talking about? I'm not by myself. I'm not one nigga coming to fight a whole army. This ain't the movies, and it's a movie. Nah, this is real life. It's not a movie. And when they form Voltron, who you gonna go against them with? So in that sense, right? That's one sense. LeVar Ball, like, yo, yeah, Michael Jordan by himself, he's a billionaire and he's a millionaire, he getting money, he getting to the chicken. He's shooting shots and not missing. Yeah, Oprah Winfrey, she winning. She getting to the chicken. She shooting shots and not missing. Yeah, Tyler Perry, he getting to the chicken. He's shooting shots and not missing. But what about the rest of us? What about when it's time for them to go against all of the others and they got their money together, they got their papers in order, they got their business right. They're going to take you out easily. Whether it's through the lawyers, whether it's through the court system, the red line, no matter what they're going to do, they're going to use what they got to get where they got to go. It's like Kim said, y'all can't live his life. Y'all, like, you got to do what you got to do to get where you got to get. Am I right? Famous, what up, though? You know what I mean? The OKC, the Pacers. Shout out to my nigga Famous AAA. Y'all can learn a lot from him. You know what I mean? That's bro right there. When it's time to challenge, you're going to lose. Even if you are Bruce Lee. Eventually, somebody gets you. You could be the big dog. You could be the toughest guy. But eventually, ultimately, you get got. Whether it's from a sniper that you never see, whether it's from a chick that caught you slipping, whether it's from one of your brothers or your sisters that's in your intimate, immediate circle, whether it's a fucking deranged, mentally person that just comes out of nowhere and bang, bang, like my cousin got killed. Rest in peace, Rocky. Cousin Rocky, random, walking the streets, New York, from New York City. Random person just comes out of nowhere with a knife, stabs you up, kill you. And it can happen even if you got people with you. But the point why I said all that, and I quoted LeVar Ball, right? The father of the Ball brothers. We are stronger together when we work together, but we've been Jedi mind tricked. We've been tricked and thrown in the trick bag that you can't trust niggas. You can't work with niggas. Niggas and family gonna fuck you over and do you dirty. So you can't fuck with them. And so you don't rock with them. You don't look for a way to build with them. While the others is building. The others is playing, plotting, and strategizing and bombing first. And you a victim. You're a victim. Stop it. You're a victim. Like Michael Jordan said, you're a Vic. Like, no, you a Vic. And Vics get got. Vics get preyed upon. Niggas stay looking for a Vic. Kid you not. Not saying that to, to be funny or none of that. What I'm saying is niggas preyed on Vics, looking for Vics every night, every single fucking day. And you might be one of them. You know what I'm saying? If you get caught in the wrong, like, you know what I mean? Catch you when the sun is down, run it, clown, come up off that. I'm going to run it down. Run it now. However it's going to go, it's going to be that. See that? This shit is to finish you off, dog. Believe that. Do you value your life or do you value your possessions? Don't be a stupid nigga. Learn a lesson. Because I'm going to get you either way, and it's better to live. Let me get what's in your sock. Because it's better to give than to receive. Believe what I tell you when I tell you. Don't make me put you nowhere where nobody can smell you. So when the lights go out, they'll come back on. This ain't a flick, you ain't going to come back on. You're not that strong. You knew it was wrong, but you asked for it, baby. Rest in peace, DMX. And that brings us to this, right? It's a lot of gatekeepers. It's a lot of people that may have figured it out. And this was a post. I spoke about this. A young lady was speaking about how, why does she keep doing that, man? What the fuck, bro? A young lady was speaking about, how the blacks want to charge for courses, or when we figure some shit out, we don't want to teach the next person. And like a big page had took her post and commented on like, yeah, would Kentucky Fried Chicken give you the secret sauce, or would this happen, and woo 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 and and it's like, y'all missing the whole point of what she was saying. And that brings us to this right here, to the next topic. Cameron talking with Wallow from $1 Million Worth of Game. And y'all know Cam got the It Is What It Is podcast, which is a fire podcast. I'm tuned in, I'm subscribed. I got the notification bell on. So when they upload the videos, I get alerted. I get alerted when they upload the videos, just like my show. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. So when I upload the videos, you get alerted, right? Whether you watch it or not, that's a whole nother story, but at least you get alerted. So this is him talking to Wallow, right?
Yeah. He started his joint with him and Mace. They got their brotherhood back together. And now, I'm not going to tell you how much paper they getting, but they get NBA money.
Because you guys, man, y'all paved the way. And let me tell you something real quick before Wallow continues. Nobody knew. I'm late to the party with the podcast, YouTube money, all that other shit. But nobody from New York would share the game. Nobody from New York was. Everybody from New York who did it was selfish. Didn't want to tell us what was going on, how it worked.
Joe Buttons?
I call Wallow 2-3 times a week for information. This man been home for 6-7 years after doing 20 years. I ain't been to jail. I call him for information. That's just a testament to this hustle, man. It's a testament, man.
And I told him everything.
Everything. Anytime I call this dude, it's because he's been in the game longer than me, and he's been home for less than 10 years doing what he's doing. The fact that a lot of people don't want to share the information, the fact that him and Gil told me, no, Cam, don't do it like this. Do it like this. Do it like that. No. You're going down the wrong way. People don't share the information because they don't think it's enough room for everybody to eat, so I want to thank him for that.
Because it's about sharing. And the last time I called him a couple months, there was some negotiations calling. Yeah. I called him and said, listen, Cam, I know you get like 45 million right here. Put him on the phone with the plug.
Yeah. Yo, yes, this is a here. This is a fact.
You're like, damn, Cam. And it was love. Anytime I'm not, listen, one thing about this shit is about passing the game around. We live in a world where it's though, listen, man, why compete with each other when you can eat with?
Nigga, listen. You heard the song. Winner, chicken, then the money line clicking. Those who do it daily, 101, Papa-vism. Cooper, Gray got the fire batch lit up. Hit the bat line in the air, throwing signals. Winner, chicken, then the money line clicking. Those that do it daily, 101, Papa-vism. Cooper, Gray got the fire batch lit up. Hit the bat line in the air, throwing signals. 1,000 on the table, 100,000 in the bank account. I'm trying to get rich. Who else in the building trying to break the house? Now I start off my motherfucking NBA picking with pop shows. 100,000 on the table, 100,000 in the bank account. I'm trying to get rich. Who else in the building trying to break the house? Who else trying to get rich? Who else trying to break the house? And Wallow and Cam like, yeah, we trying to eat together, not compete. And that's not to say that, competition is bad, competing is bad, trying to, make moves and do certain things that may be contrary or against competition. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, competition is healthy when it's done right, and when it's, when it's done within certain parameters and, limits, etc. Team sports, and show you how to win, show you how to lose. Winner, chicken dinner. Y'all heard me say on the video, like, yo, gambling is not for the faintest of hearts. You'll go in there and get your heart broken. Come out of there like, lit here, this is the big one. You lost your old fucking savings. That's a fact. I know what it's like to go to the table or go to the dice game or even just bet on sports and lose a lot of money and win. That feeling that we talk about. But back to niggas gatekeeping, cock blocking. That's the words I'm going to use. I'm going to use you trying to cock block, right? And now that I'm out here in these streets, I've been out here in these streets, make no mistake about it, but in the capacity that I'm in now, and I'm going to just leave it at that. When you go to these different events, these different conferences, etc., when you look around and you look at the landscape of who's doing what, how they doing it, when they started doing it, and you jingling, baby. Go ahead, baby. You jingling, baby. Go ahead, baby. You say, oh, they get money for this. Oh, they get money for that. Oh, they get sponsored for this. Oh, they getting sponsored for that. And you see how people try to 52 block you, dim your star, beat you to the ground. Don't try to teach you the ins and outs because they want to hold this shit forever, ever. Forever, ever? No, nigga. Forever, ever longer than that. They're going to go to the grave, break their whole heart open to try to maintain, you know, even if they started it. So what? Shit going to go on. The soldiers are still going to march on, the wooden soldiers. Because nobody's bigger than the program. Ain't nobody bigger than the program. And that's whether it's working with parents, working with, you know, endangered kids, working with anti-violence and whatever, what have you. There's plenty of programs and, you know, city-funded organizations, etc. And a lot of them be 52 blocking each other instead of working with each other. So that raises the point of like, are they really for the people? Are they really trying to do what they say they doing? Or are they really in it just to get a check? And you know what Gangstar and Guru and them said? Brothers are amused by other brothers' raps, but what you thinking knows best is where the gun is kept. Because in the night you feel frightened. And at the sound of a 4/5, I guess it's just might want to do a dance or two. Because he can maybe bust you for a selfie with a crew. No matter if you or your brother's a star, he could pop you a jet without a getaway car. And back around the neck, and back around the way he had a chain around his neck, claiming respect just to get a rep. Like these niggas doing this shit just to get a rep. Just to look at me and me and ah. And it's like, yo. I just said like the organizations that get funded because it is a lot of cutthroat shit going on. It is a lot of crab in the barrel shit going on. I was the first. I was the originator. Now look at all these people trying to duplicate and imitate and copy my style. I don't want them getting no money. If I'm gonna get 2 million from the government, I want to get that 2 mil. I don't want to get 1.5. I don't want to get 1.3 and the other 750,000 go to a new organization. No, I don't want that. I want all the money for me. Me, and ah. And Cam is like, yo, I ain't know shit about the podcasting game. Y'all heard what he said? Like, I ain't know nothing about it. I see Joe Buttons, I see Fat Joe on live on Instagram. I had named a few New York people, but I mean like that's really doing it big, really doing it successful on a grand scale. Can't really think of too many, and it might be, but you know, I'm in these YouTube streets. I'm running through these social media platforms and they should have never, but I don't know all of the channels. But basically he's saying like niggas ain't give him the sauce. Ooh, came in the game like, and you say like a nigga like Cam, you know the game. You know all the players and all of the hitters. Like you can just pick up the phone and you can get, you know, 1, 2, 3 pointed in the right direction and bang, your podcast is popping. Now all of a sudden it is what it is, and you doing freestyles with your, you know what I mean, with your high school homie, Mason Beta. And I'm Cameron Drowse, and we're gonna rise to the top. You know what I mean? Like, you doing you. To hear him say that, like, yo, niggas ain't want to teach us the game. I had to call some Philly niggas, and it's always like that, people. You're like, damn, I'm from New York. You know what I mean? I gotta go to Atlanta to get signed. Maynard, get signed to the Hustle Hard, T.I. You see certain situations and stories like, damn, 50 Cent gotta get signed by the white boy. You know what I mean? And Trey and them from the West Coast. West Side? Crip niggas, blood niggas, essays, Asians, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, white boys, Haitians, Latin kings, disciples, vice lords, Haitians. All these motherfuckers been patiently waiting. Since the West Coast fell off, the streets been knocking. The West Coast never fell off. I was sleeping confident. That niggas know how to quote these rhymes, right? That's why you tune in, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Niggas from New York, or maybe even if you from these other places, DC, you like, I had to come to New York. Kanye West, Chicago, I had to link up with Hove, or however it look, it's like, damn, the place that I'm from, the place that I rep, they hoarding all of the information, they hoarding all of the, you know, the knowledge. They don't want niggas to know. They want to think of you rapping at 40 years old. They want to, you know what I mean, let you, you know, make all the mistakes in the world instead of showing you how to do it. And going back to the original post of the young lady, like, yeah, black people be gatekeeping and they don't want to teach, and a lot of people in the comments was like, yeah, Kentucky Fried Chicken ain't giving a recipe away, and this person ain't doing that, you gotta work. And she never said give it to her for free. She like, we can do the barter system. You show me, I'll show you. So you show me how to do this podcast thing, and I'll show you, how to do something else. Or I'll work for you until, I pay my debt off of knowledge and, think and go rich. Right? Napoleon, and how people would trade certain services and things, tangible things that, I'll do this for you, or I'll grant you this. You give me this, we can make it work somehow, but I need that with what you got. We don't even do that. A lot of people was like, yeah, niggas ain't giving their secrets away, woo, woo, and it's like, niggas, we studied hard and we did this and so who are you gonna pass it to? Because you get one in your dome and you left on the sideline leaking, like they did Kane, cousin at the light, Harold, then what? That knowledge goes nowhere. Especially if you ain't even pass it down to your family, and nothing is for free. So we're not saying give nobody nothing. And I quoted the Hove as far as the crabs in the barrel mentality. I will definitely raise my hand on some, you got embarrassed in the class when the teacher used to make y'all read. As far as this. I used to always think the crab in the barrel and that whole perspective was they was pulling each other down. One get to the top, and I don't eat crabs. I eat them, but I'm not a crab eater. I'm not going to get no barrel of boiled crabs with the spices in Baltimore and all that. I'm not doing that. But back in the days on 137th and Lenox, I think outside Benita's or whatever bar was, it was a crew, and they crabs are supposed to be fire, right? But everybody eat crabs, and so I seen crabs about to be cooked and all that as a kid, and you watching them. If your mentality is the glass is half full, half empty, as opposed to half full, then you'll see the crabs pulling each other down. And it wasn't until Hove, on his freestyle or whatever it was, where he was spitting his bars, he like, yo, the crab in the barrel mentality is that they was trying to help each other. That's why I was like, I'm trying to pull you up, but in the process, you pulling me down, not purposely. You trying to get free. We about to get cooked up and boiled up and seasoned up and Sassoon and Laurie's and the salty and all that. You know what it is. Adobe and all that. You know what they about to do is dirty. So you made it to the top. Please, I'm frantic. I'm traumatized. I'm dramatic. I'm a drama queen. I don't want to get free. I don't want to die. So I'm pulling you, but you really pulling me. Till he said them bars, I never seen it like that. So I definitely could get on here, pop up his TV, be full transparent, like, yo, I always seen the crabs in the battle was we just pulling each other down. We don't want to see nobody win, but that's not really true. I say that to say that's not true for all of us. For some of us, it is true. You get a little position, you know what I mean? You're a black female, your baby father shitting on you, now you over men, you want to, dictate your job, or maybe you're a man and you ain't never got no buns, you know what I mean? So now you got a position of power, you know what I mean? And, you want to dictate and feel like the man, and you want to abuse your power. You want to gatekeep, you don't want to show nobody nothing, and I get that. Because I would be naive to think that that's not the case. I see it in my own everyday action. So I know men and women that have power, but you're black, and you overseeing other black people, you don't know how to act. You want nigga to be your secretary and all that, and it's like, nigga, that's not part of the job description. What the fuck is you talking about? Like, huh? Holla Berry, holla who? Holla what? Holla what? What you want me to do? You abusing your power? I'm just coming here to get some food stamps and some benefits. I'm down on my luck right now. And you want me to jump through the hoops and chase the fucking Puff the Magic Dragon? Because you got a little position of power? And nigga, don't trip. I kill you if you step on my grid. I won't hesitate to let for clip. Oh, nigga, like position of power. 50 Cent on the Massacre album, Fire Song. Nigga, it's one of his best songs on that album on Position of Power. Nigga, don't trip. I kill you if you fuck on my grid. I won't hesitate to let for clip. Like, some people get in a position of power and they don't know how to act. They want to dictate everything. They want to control everything. When this is not even that type of job. You're really just the supervisor. Shut up, hush, watch what's going on, observe, give your input when it's needed, and fall back. Get your check, nigga, shorty, or whoever you are. And, you know, Cameron, when he like, yo, you know, niggas ain't showing me the podcast game, LeVar Ball, like, yo, we stronger together than we are separate. It just had me thinking that how a lot of black people move and why we, you know, we be the last to elevate. Because we don't want to work with each other. When you get in a position of power, you probably been traumatized or been ran through the coals in the mud. So now you want to do the same shit to other people. You want to, you know what I mean, gatekeep because you don't think it's enough money to be made. And, you know, you think because you was the founder and the originator that, you know, the people want to take your glory and your shine. And instead of looking at it like, oh, I came in 30 years ago. I've been doing it. These niggas is coming in on some, you know, new innovation, some new way of doing things. I can learn a thing. I can learn a thing or two from them, as opposed to you can't teach your old dog new tricks. See how that works? And then you end up being obsolete anyway. You know what I mean? Because the new people gonna figure it out. And you if you ain't got some young people or people in your corner telling you woo 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 in a new direction, you're gonna end up getting dinosaured out anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I thought that was interesting that Cam was like, yo, nobody from New York. And nobody from New York wanted to put us up on game. They didn't want to tell us how to podcast. They're like, yo, fuck them niggas, man. Nigga was a Dipset. Nigga was wearing pink, had the pink range, had the albums, got with Jay-Z. We don't want to see them niggas come in the game and kill. Fuck them niggas. Fuck all them pink Dipset niggas. Like, maybe that's how they felt. But for him to holler at Wallow and Gilly and have to be shown a game for some Philly niggas, but you come from right here in New York, it just goes to show that with these programs, no matter what it is, with the entertainment and, you know, Hollywood type of businesses, there's always going to be some gatekeepers and want people to sit on them couches, do them auditions, do those weird things for change, etc. All of a sudden you wake up with and you know what I mean? Like, oh, I ain't signed up for this shit. Hold on. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not with none of this. That's definitely a fact. So don't be duped out of it. I think we got maybe like one more and we out of here, people. And we out of here. What's the last thing? Oh, this shit right here. Maybe two things, but this one is the first one. This one was the judge. I'm not sure if this is the same judge that we spoke about that had arrested the child, sent her to the back in the bullpen. A lot of people was like, oh, it was uncalled for. She was sleeping. He don't know if she was tired, if they was homeless and woo, 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 and But this particular judge, I'm not sure if it is him, but I think it is him. Anyway, it was a sister who was supposed to be in court on the Zoom. She feeding her child, her son, peanut butter jelly sandwich or maybe a peanut butter sandwich. She got a t-shirt on and some pajama pants and she looking crazy, shit crazy. Now I get it, it's a Zoom. She ain't physically at court. Her baby is sick, so she kept him from school. She just wanted to feed him. But I got the feeling that that may not really be the case. It's like, yeah, you want to Zoom so you don't got to go in. You may not have to dress all the way, but your top should be good. You probably should have your phone cropped up and propped up so that they can see you from the waist up. You look presentable. You look like you know what it is. You ready for court. You're not really just showing up with a bonnet on, some pajamas, and like, oh yeah, the judge, you're going to listen to what the fuck I say. I'm going to keep you on screen, and I'm going to feed my baby a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and you're going to like it, you're going to love it. And it's like, no, it don't work that way. So is the judge being too harsh when you're like, yo, end the live, get off live, I'm probably going to hold you in contempt, probably going to make you pay a stiff fine because you don't know the rules of engagement. We speak about this a lot. This will be the last topic that I'm going to talk about. We're going to get out of here. When you go to the DMV, they ask you to give them your... You can't get no business transactions done unless they got your ID. Unless they got the right, proper identification of you. One is to see, are you the person that we dealing with? Who are you? Once we got your ID, then we got your jacket, we got your track record, we got your rap sheet, so to speak. All the tickets you caught, every time you've been to court, every traffic violation you caught, we know who you are, or we get a glimpse of who you are. So we know who the fuck we dealing with. We're not dealing with some person we don't know. We ain't giving them, the wrong information, etc. We know exactly who you is because we got your ID, nigga. Direct call, like, we got you. 99 star, we got you. Direct call. It ain't no faking the funk like you somebody else. We know who you is, nigga. I'm saying that to say, like, listen. You know you going to court. You know this is a case for whatever it is. You know they told you 9 o'clock in the morning, yeah, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you calling and woo, 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 and and a lot of people was making excuses for the black lady, the black sister, the most unprotected. I don't agree with that bubblegum shit, but, nonetheless, people gonna push that narrative. It's like, nah, you need to be held accountable. When you go for a job interview, even if it's on Zoom, you're gonna have your button-up shirt, your collar, you're gonna come looking presentable because you want the job. But you think just because it's on a FaceTime and you want to court that judge don't deserve respect, the judge don't deserve for you to show up, properly. Get it, yeah, your son's sick, your daughter's sick, but court was at 9 o'clock this morning. You was a no-show. You showing up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. She put the paper up like, woo, woo, woo. You're like, yo, nah. The paper says 1 o'clock. What you talking about? The paper say 9 o'clock.
Hey.
What you talking about? And this is it right here, guys.
Because I have a paper right here that shows my court started at 1 o'clock.
Nah, it
but
shows
then when
9
I
o'clock.
called,
She lying. Clearly.
right here.
I don't see 1 o'clock. Looks like I saw 9 a.m.
I had 1 o'clock on one of those papers.
You just showed me
You
a
just
paper,
showed
Miss
me.
Outerbridge.
You're lying.
That
Yes,
said
I did. Right.
Miss
So
Outerbridge.
when I
Lying.
called,
No, we can't talk at the same time.
You're talking
well, I
over me. I'm a
apologize.
judge.
Excuse me.
Stop.
Are
Miss
you?
Outerbridge,
You asked me a question. I'm just
I know.
trying to answer it.
I know. Whatever you're trying to prepare
I'm
now.
trying to see my daughter.
Daughter.
Get your coat. You gotta put your properly dressed on.
Put your
I
I
don't
am
know.
properly dressed. I have on a t-shirt. I am properly
Is that a
dressed.
robe?
You don't go to
Is that a robe?
t-shirt.
It's the problem, sir. I'm not even doing this to you. Ask me a question, I'm answering. My daughter is sick. I had to keep her home from school. I'm just trying to feed her. That is it.
Understandable, but you're in court.
Miss Outerbridge, I'm sorry that your daughter is sick. But again, you're in court, okay? And we're gonna treat it as such. I asked
Okay,
you.
I'm properly dressed.
No, don't talk.
You're not properly dressed.
I have-
Don't listen, sweetie. First of all, you don't dictate anything in here. This is my house. This is my castle. I'm the big dog, stomping with the big dogs. On some alarm shit, I'm stomping with the big dogs. That's number one. I wear the robe. I crack the gravel. This is my motherfucking house. And you showing up because of, well, we don't even know what she's showing up for, but I'm assuming it's some bubblegum shit. Listen, you come to court, you on time. You wear the proper attire, you make sure all your affairs is in order. I ain't gotta worry about your affairs being in order. I'm the judge. You call up, we handle our business, you go about your business, I render my decisions. Simple. You can't follow that, then we gotta do some straightening. Straightening. We gotta do some straightening. He wasn't out of pocket. A lot of women in the comments, oh, he out of pocket, he's doing too much. How is he doing too much? Y'all don't respect authority. You don't respect nothing. A lot of times, and this is not all, just an observation. Slow observation on social media and in the real life, because we know social media is not really the real world, even though it is a lot of proof and a lot of videos or data that may point to the contrary. Like, nah, nigga, we see what it is. So you in denial, because the proof is in the pudding. But in the real world, like I like to say all the time, in the real life, when you walk in the streets, when you're doing X, Y, Z, is it still the same? Does it hit the same? And I'll say it does. I always say it does. A lot of times there's no respect for the authority. You cannot just do what you want in this world. You can, but it's going to be consequences and repercussions. Like the Life movie with Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy. There's gonna be some repercussions. You could like it, you could love it, you could dread it, you can run from it, but destiny arrives all the same. You know you got caught, you know you got DMV, you know you got whatever it is, you know you got family court. You come appropriately, you come on time, you get there before time. You make sure you got all your documents, you make sure you got a babysitter, you make sure you do all these things, and if not, then you do the responsible thing and say, oh, listen, the 26th of June, I'm not gonna be available. I got XYZ going on. Can you give me another date so that I can show up in the proper manner and represent myself in the proper fashion? That's what you do. You don't dictate to the courts. And y'all know I hate them niggas. I hate the courts. I hate them with a passion. You know what I'm saying? For the injustices that they do on, oh, but you're black. We know what it is. We know how they give it up. And we know that we poor, we indigent, we don't really have a lot of shit going for us, and we doing the wrong shit anyway, on top of not having the right support system. Niggas gonna come to court and go to bat for you. So you did it and done off the rip. So more or less you showing up with an attitude or thinking shit revolve around you, or you just gonna do what the fuck you want, because it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way for nobody. And you're not special. You're not special. You're not 1 in a million or anything like that. You're not. Even though we all unique in the eyes of the Most High. But the system is the system. The systems that's in place are in place. If you're going to change them, change them. But if you playing by their rules and you got to show up, then you got to play the game the way the game is played, or suffer the consequences and go to jail. That's really what it is. That's really what it is. Let me see something. That's really what it is. And we've been going for a little minute, so we about to end this live. I don't think the judge was wrong. I do think that is the same judge for putting the girl, the young girl, in the bullpen, putting the suit on her, etc., because she fell asleep in his class, and that was out in Detroit. Let me know your thoughts on that. Let me know your thoughts on anything that we spoke about. Halliburton being a clutch player, who you think gonna win the finals, who you had, who you bet your money on in the first game, etc. Go check out that SGA and Halliburton song. Me and my nigga Great Fire back to back. Last year Kyrie and Luka, this year SGA and Halliburton Fire song. You know what it is. Shout outs to Trigger the Hustler and Trigger the Gambler and Smooth the Hustler, Brooklyn Stand Up. But you know what it is. It's your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here. One more again. Yeah, kid. Stay safe this weekend.